I'm going to lower this down onto the open drain, and then we'll use this scale to measure how much force it takes to remove the blocking element from that drain. So let me start to lower this down. And now the suction has pulled the blocking element down, attaching it to the drain, and now we'll crank it up and see what force it requires to release it. There's 50 pounds, 80 pounds, 90, 100 pounds. If a child were trapped on that drain, right now there'd be over 140 pounds of force holding them down. 150, 170 pounds, 200 pounds of force. If a child were on that drain, there'd be 200 pounds of force holding them down to that drain. It would require somebody to pull up on that child with 200 pounds of force to release them from that drain. And the opening to the vent line is on the far side of the pool over there. It runs right down to the connection to the drain. And again, I will lower this onto the drain, and it will block the drain, and then we'll see what force it takes, if any, to remove it with this vent line connected to the open atmosphere. The force has pulled the blocking element down onto the drain. You heard the pump pull air through that deep vent line down to the drain pot underneath the drain. And now we will determine how effective this is at relieving the force that was 200 pounds with the dual drain system that holds a child down. So there's 30, 50 pounds, 70 pounds, even though that's open to that through that vent line to the atmosphere. 70, 75, 80, 90 pounds of force. And we see the air bubbles coming up. That vent line had brought air all the way down under it. There was no water suction holding the person down. It's just the weight of 5 feet 8 inches of water pressing down on them versus atmospheric pressure. So it would have taken about 90 pounds of force to lift a child off who was stuck on that drain, even with the deep vent attached directly to the drain pot.
The blocking element is now lowered onto the drain. The blocking element is in place and is covering the sump, causing the safety vacuum limiting system, or SVLS, to quickly respond to the blockage. As indicated on the scale, the force at the drain is less than 10 pounds. Since the static drawdown in the SVLS is limited to less than 11 inches, the maximum hold down force is always less than 15 pounds on a standard commercial 8-inch sump that's protected by an SVLS. Studies have shown that children as young as 3 years old can push with a force of at least 15 pounds. The SVLS is the most effective way to eliminate direct suction in pools and spas. Since the circulating pump is pulling water from the SVLS and not direct from the drains, the SVLS protects children and adults from the dangerous suction forces created by the circulation pump. Easy to install on any newly constructed pool or spa, the SVLS is the most cost-effective, child-safe method of preventing suction entrapment.